What's going on, guys? MariK here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the original Star Wars Battlefront that came out in 2004, the game that started it all. With the release of the Battlefront Classic Collection just 2 weeks away, we thought we'd go ahead and go over the older games for those people who haven't played them before, or for those who need a bit of a refresher course. Today we're going to be taking a look at the various classes in the game and just going over a brief overview of what each class has at its disposal and which class is best within each faction. As we go over each class, we're going to be starting with what I think is the worst faction for each class. So we'll be starting from the bottom with the worst of each class all the way going up to what I believe is the best of each class. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the pilot class. At the bottom of this list is the clone pilot with the bolt caster. It's a lightning gun that doesn't have an ammo count, but it does overheat if used too many times in succession. You can also charge the weapon up so that it'll do more damage. It has a default blaster pistol for a secondary. It has the fusion cutter for repairing vehicles, weapons, turrets, health and ammo droids, and then you have a health and ammo dispenser. It gives you a total of 5, which can either heal yourself or allies and replenish ammo. As much as it pains me, the clone pilot is at the bottom of this list for a number of reasons. The arc caster, or bolt caster being the first one, is that it does so little damage. Even if you charge it up, it doesn't do hardly anything against regular infantry. On top of that, you have the health and ammo dispenser, and you can take advantage of it. If you take damage, you can heal yourself with it, and you can give your allies health and ammo, but you can't take advantage of it and giving yourself extra ammo to get you out of sticky situations, because this thing has unlimited ammo. Next on the list is the Droid pilot. It has a radiation grenade launcher that you can just pull the trigger to fire a shot, and it will do damage to clone troopers, or you can hold the trigger and charge it up. That grenade will bounce and then eventually detonate. It has a secondary blaster pistol, the fusion cutter for repairing droids and ships, and then it has the health and ammo dispenser. The droid pilot is better than the clone pilot, but only by a small margin. If you land a direct hit with the poison grenades, you can still get a kill with it, but the damage it does just feels so minimal. Even when you charge it up, it just doesn't feel like it does enough. Almost like it's supposed to do like a bleed damage, but it doesn't have the desired effect that perhaps was intended for it to have, and so it just comes off as being really weak. Not as bad as the clone pilot, but still pretty bad. Up next we have the Rebel pilot with his blast cannon. It functions similarly to a shotgun with awful spread. It has 30 rounds in each magazine. However, you fire 5 with every shot, so it's really 6 shots with a total of 90 in reserve. Blaster pistol for your standard secondary weapon, your fusion cutter for repairs, and your health and ammo dispenser. While far from being the worst of the pilot classes, the Rebel pilot is still pretty terrible. The blast cannon functions like a shotgun, but it takes so many shots to get damage on an enemy at range, unless you happen to land some really good shots like we are right now. But it's so lacking in range, and even up close, you've got to be really close to do enough damage for this class to be worth using. At the top of the list, we have one of my all-time favorite designs, the TIE Fighter pilot. It has a grenade launcher with 5 grenades in each mag and 10 in reserve. You can fire the shots and hit your targets with them, or you can hold the trigger down and charge it to bounce the grenade further with a delayed detonation. It has the default blaster pistol for your sidearm, fusion cutter for repairing droids, turrets, and vehicles, and then you've got your standard health and ammo dispenser. While it may not be the most optimal class to choose, the TIE Fighter pilot is levels above the other pilot classes because of this grenade launcher. A direct grenade usually results in a kill, while a charged up shot can take out groups of enemies or at least do damage to groups of enemies. It is easily the best of the pilot classes for that reason. It's just not as gimmicky as the other pilot weapons. And with the health and ammo dispenser, you can increase your longevity. You can increase the number of grenades that you can carry and, hit your enemies with. And it's just, your survivability is a lot higher than other classes because of the health and ammo dispenser. But your ability to kill enemies outside of blasting them straight in the mouth with the grenade launcher is just not as effective. If you're going to choose a pilot, choose the TIE pilot. Otherwise, just stick with the other classes. And that's going to be it for our tutorial on the pilot classes. I should also mention, if I haven't already, that while you are in a vehicle as the pilot class, you are constantly slowly repairing the vehicle, so you're replenishing the vehicle's health. It's not by a lot, and you will replenish it more by getting out and using the fusion cutter, but at least while you are operating it, you are increasing its lifespan and its usability. It's a good class, but it's just really not always worth choosing. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection comes out in just 2 weeks, so we hope to see you on the Battlefront.